Well, hello again, my scrappy friends. I've got some more process videos for you today. So other than the 2-day break that I took to spend some time with my family, on the posting of the videos, I'm going to be posting, at least I'm going to try to upload at least more than one a day, just because if many of you are like me, excuse me, I'm bored when I'm not working, because I am working from home. So before I turn my chair swivel to the right to go to my work, I've been getting up and doing some process videos. So I bought this paper pad from Michael's not too long ago. It was in a haul video, and even though this is beautiful, I find that personally I'm not going to use these big pieces as is. So it's just not something that I would do. They're beautiful, the colors are beautiful, it's just I'm not the person that I would not use these on my layouts. I also really don't like to fussy cut, so obviously would not be cutting that out or that. This would probably be the only thing that I would cut out, but I have no use for someone holding the moon. So it's cute, so I don't want to not use the paper. So I use the back for cardstock because this is medium thickness. So what I did was I just did half of a heart, kind of drew it out, and then I traced it on each one. I did that twice. This is another paper of those big ones. And so I cut this one out. Now it's rough. It's a rough cut there. But so my idea was from a Facebook group called Scrap Squad, and they do scrap lifts, and this one was beautiful, and I had done this yesterday. And you take a pack of thickers, you know, ones that if you have like lots of random letters that you can't make anything else anymore, and you kind of stick them all down. You pop this side up on foam tape and you put it down, and then you have this beautiful dimensional. So I worked on that for probably 30 to 40 minutes. Got all these beautiful, they were thickers that I had gotten at Hip Kip Club, so they were very gold and shiny on one half, and then they had some pops of color mixed into them, and it was just not thickers that I would per se use. So I was like, this would be great, use those up. Laid them all down, they were beautiful, took all the time to take. And I thought, well, I'll use my Stampin' Dimensionals, put all those little stinking guys down, took all the paper off, and went to set it down, and it wrinkled, and I couldn't fix it. So I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do the letters. I'm not. I was very, very upset with myself. So I was like, all right, I know. So my take on the design will be to use all of these little strips again. Okay, so we just gotta, I'm sorry, my dogs are in here fighting because that's what they do. That's what they do for a living, is fight. So these are just like ones that I have, like, you know, branding strips, or that I have actually just trimmed off the paper. And you know, long ones, ones with the holes in it, and I'm hoping that I have enough, but I do have tons of scraps over here that I have not used because quarantine got me like, ugh. You know, I'm kind of an introvert, I'm not gonna lie. I like to be in my home, I like to stay in my home. I don't like to go out because people are hateful and rude, and so I thought staying at home, I thought, you know, this would be easy. It's not. It is not. It is not easy at all because it's hard. All right, so we are just gonna go for it. Now the ones with the holes, I'm just gonna cut, okay? Because obviously I can't, and I'm gonna put in the smaller pile. I can't use the hole. I could try to put my picture there, but it's not gonna work because it's in the center, and I would like to like offset my picture. So my suggestion to manufacturers would be, don't put the hole there. You know, we use these, they're cute. And when you put the hole there, you ruin it. We can't use it no more. We try, because we don't want to waste. But yeah, no, don't do that. Just stop putting the hole in there. It is unnecessary punching. Because no store hangs these up, right? They don't hang them up. They're all laid down. You gotta dig through them. Because they're heavy. Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do is use these longer strips. And I loved this yellow. I guess this is gonna be like the thickest part. And I'm just gonna go for it. And I wanna make sure that, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just gonna start sticking down because there's no reason, because it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, it just needs to get on there. She's very spry this morning. I feel bad for my little guy. Because the big dog wants to play. I'm going to overlap them. Kind of give a little bit of dimension. Some of them I will not overlap, you know, because it's in the moment. We're in the moment here. We're going to use some scraps. All right, so my head's not in the way. I need to turn this sideways so you guys don't have to see my beautiful hairdo this morning. Because anymore, I get up and I go to work. Before I go to bed, I take a shower. So my hair is quite crazy. My fiance was laughing at me. He was like, wow, really let yourself go? I was like, yeah, well, whatever, buddy. We were laughing because he's going to end up having like a mullet by the end of this whole thing. Him and my kid both, they're going to be rocking the mullets because their hair's just going to grow out. And if any of you know my fiance, you know when he was growing up, he rocked a mullet because he thought he was super cool. He was not. He was not super cool, just so everyone knows. I tell him all the time, he better be dang thankful he was cute. Because that's the only way the ladies wanted to be with him. And this one I'm going to butt up against it. I overlaid that one. And then I'm gonna run out of ATG. Woo woo. Okay, now this one, I have two. My recycling scrap bin has like become very full. And working from home is hard because I work in my scrap room because it's my office and I have all the essentials that I need here to actually work an office job along with scrapping, whatever. And Oh goodness. Oh guys, I'm stuck, ain't he? Okay. You can't take both. What is wrong with this thing? Seriously. It's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I thought, oh my god, like I would never be able to work from home because, but I actually find I'm more productive from home. Like, you know, because I don't want them to think I'm not working, you know. We have tattletales and people that claim they're too busy and have all kinds of work to do and need help, but then when it comes right down to it, they spend most of their day just checking your work. And it's like, wow, way to go, coworker. Way to be a valuable employee. Yeah, that's what I work with. I'm just gonna match it right up. So see, can't really even see the seam. Maybe I was gonna do this though, so what I'm gonna do is because I want some to be like underneath completely. So we're just gonna take a couple. And you guys have people like that that you work with that are like fake as fake can be. Nice to your face, but turn on you when your back is turned. Yeah, they're fun. Very fun, I tell you. But hey, whatever. It's between them and God. That's what I always try to say. Not everyone's gonna like me. You know what? I'm kind of okay with that. So I thought this would be just a fun, you know, I've been, since I've been YouTubing on my own channel, I've been, you know, I make my kits and stuff. I'm a member of the Mini Kit Monday Facebook group, and those ladies create great content and like give you the means to like create a kit and use your stash. But because I've been going, like I used to just do page kits and stuff, and then I would just, when I was done with the page kit, I would, oh, come on. I would just, you know, sort the embellishments and get everything put away and go in the scrap drawer. Well, since I have it all sitting here, I end up with all these scraps. So, like, this is like my third or fourth layout that I've got to use scraps on. And I'm finding that I quite like it. Like, because it makes me have to think, you know, because obviously I could just layer them up like the first video I did where it was just like this and it was like staggered across the page. Yeah, I could totally do that. I could do that all day long. But then I'm just going to have the same pages in my layout. So I did a diagonal one and I took them where I used my fringe scissors and I cut them into squares, and so now I'm going to try the strips into a heart just to keep things new, I guess. So, and like, yeah, this looks like a hot mess when you're really looking at it, you know? But when you get it done, it's pretty cool. And obviously some of these are just from 6x6 paper pads, so, you know, you can use them down here, but people. So obviously this isn't going to use a ton of them, but it is going to use some of them. And I'm just trimming off like from where I didn't trim on the line. I trimmed a little below the line because that perforated edge is right there, so. A lot from my little 6x6 paper pads. And 6x8. Alright. So I need a strip right here, a strip right here. I don't know if I have two more that match. Oh, these guys do. And they're the same size, but I think I can get away with just getting one open. With the two blacks together. Okay, because now remember I said I was going to put my picture like right here. Too. Ha ha ha. So that'll work out just fine and dandy. And that's me and my fiance. I'm taking a selfie with my fiance's taking it. He loves those pictures. He's always like, I swear to God. I can't. Keep swearing, buddy. Alright. So, I mean, I did have a whole bunch when I started. But my kit still isn't already, it's not killed yet, so. I kind of started opening other kits. I don't know why, I just couldn't get into it this month for some reason, so. I got a whole bunch of paper, but I kept like using like, and I'm not going to change the way I do it by any means because I kept, like my motto used to be is like, don't bust into a new 12x12 paper if you don't have to yet, you know, like use everything that you can. And so I didn't do that this month. I just was like, no, I want to use I want to use different stuff. So, you know, we'll put the photo right there. I can hide him. And then it would just be me, but no, that's not fun. It's like the only pictures that I get of him where he's not making a stupid face. All right, so now I kind of all right. So I'm gonna turn that like that. So I'm gonna just draw a line right here. All right. I want to take this and I want to do some fun foam. All right. I have really worked through my fun foam stash. It's just the cheap stuff you get at the dollar store. I'm not fancy. And now I'm just gonna cut a little bit wider than that line I drew. And if you want to know, I think that these are the batches that they couldn't sell, you know, because there's holes. And like this one's a lot thinner than the other ones that were in the kit or in the package. All right, see? There you go. All right, now let's see if I can get angry at it this time. Oh yeah, that made me so upset. I was like, no. Like I was never gonna use those figures on a layout or anything because I tried and they just weren't my style. But it was a whole pack. I mean, I had used some, so there was like, but there was like literally just enough. Okay. So now I'm going to do my best to try to use the rest of the sheet up. Yeah, my pen stopped writing, but it's okay. And again, trim just a little bit. Now I am going to probably start editing my videos because I take like, 5-minute breaks from staring at my computer, and I'm going to use that time wisely. See, so I will be, because I can't work on the whole layout during work hours, but on my lunch and stuff, because I make sure the kid's fed, and which he's 18, he can feed himself, but he's been really good. I'm very proud of how he's handled this, being that it's his like senior year, and he's having to be homeschooled. Although him being homeschooled is not, you know, he's doing it himself. And I told him, I just told him, if you don't do it, that's fine. Like, but don't get mad at me when you're coming back to high school another year because you didn't feel like doing it. He's like, fine. I'm like, well, I don't really care, buddy. I'm not the one that's gotta go to school more, you know, it's on you. This is like life lesson. This is what college is gonna be like. You know, I went to college. I did all that fun stuff. Trust me. They still want you to do your work. And they're not gonna handhold you. Like, so this is gonna be like crazy, you know, pieces stuck in here just to try to fill it up because I have this left. So I was trying to not, I mean, because that's all one solid sheet, so I don't know if it's going to make that big of an impact. So just kind of getting all the last pieces in. All right, these little guys. Be done with them. All right. I'm going to trim these away from this side over here. So you can't really see them. If that made any sense. Like when I put it down. Because obviously in a layout, like when it's in the layout, when it's in the album, you're not going to see it. But I still don't want to take the chance of any of them sticking out. And same over here. And I really don't know why I'm not just doing this. Oh, because that's why. Lord have mercy. All right, so we have a little messy mess up here, but that's okay because I did it. Hopefully. All right. And then when this goes on, and then it's actually going to be okay because where the picture is going to go, I'll put a cluster up there. All right, now if you remember, see, because this is going to need foam. trying to give it to her. So that's, for a minute I thought I was on the wrong side. I was like, oh my Lord, nothing is going right for me these days. It's like they said, Becky, we don't want you to make this type of layout. Don't you go being all crazy. See? And then it sits pretty. All right. So we're gonna just run. And this is where it's gonna get sketchy, because I was trying to be all handy and use up my scrap dimensionals because I have like 400 packs of them. And literally tedious job of taking all those stupid little backings off. And just blew it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Fingers crossed. Right, so I'm like a little off, but I'm a little off that I can deal with it, you know? Like, it wasn't even that it was off, it was crinkled, man. I cried. Like, I actually just quit and walked away. See, just a smidge. You know what I can do though? Maybe. I don't know if I can. I was gonna say I could take this one down just a smidge. But maybe I can't. No, I don't recommend going this route. If it can be avoided. But it's the route that I have taken because, well, God knows it's what I do. Okay, okay. Oh, there we go. All right. That might work better. See, because then I can just come this way, and there's no fear that I might cut that other piece. That's what I was afraid of when I was doing it. I was like, I know that I'm going to screw this up. All right. This is like the long way home, huh, guys? Oh, we took a detour, got off the highway. Probably got pulled over somewhere just to prolong the So if you're gonna, you know, try to recreate this layout, I suggest making the background paper smaller than 12 by 12 to begin with. I'm probably like way weird on the screen there, and I do apologize. So yes, learn from my mistakes. All right. Now that we got back on the highway and we're going in the right direction and throwing all this stuff away. And see, there's just a little pop of, you know, dimension. That's why I like this fun foam, because I believe it is the cast-offs of like the good stuff, and they just sell it to the dollar store, because it's quite thick, and the thickness is not, like the consistency is definitely not there. But, so it's just a little. Okay, didn't get this quite glued down, but that's okay. That's what we have. I need to refill my squeezy bottles. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna find, see, and I didn't even go through this stuff and find any, anything to use. Oh, I must have put that, because I had a whole bunch of those sitting out. I must have put them all away. But really, I just need like, this is from Paige Evans. This is sure my favorite pick-me-up, but I need that there because, well, you guys seen what I did. And I had a whole bunch of these. Not gonna lie, I don't know why you would ever use them for anything. But that. Back in there. See, I had to add to my kits because that's running low. And now I have like weird things in here because it didn't go with my original. And oh my god, I just need to use this for something that we do now. An original title, love, because I am quite the devious little person sometimes, and the fact that he just falls right asleep, no one quite understands. You know, because I'd like, you know, do stuff to him. We have that type of relationship. I don't think he was feeling good here. Probably had a hangover. Alright, so I'm just gonna put. I wanted to center it, but then it goes into my chin. You know. I have just this little bitty smattering of, I have really used a lot of stuff. I'm very proud. Like, I already let him know, like, when quarantine lifts, I'm gonna either, I'm thinking about rejoining the Hip Kit Club, because, you know, I've been so good at using everything that, and then he laughed. He's like, we'll just do it now. I'm like, no, now everything in my life is just, you know, it's just not, it's not stable right now in the world. He just laughs at me. He's like, whatever, do your own thing. So yeah, not really finding a lot that I want to use, but there's, because I'm kind of picky and I don't really want to just use anything. I know what I want. I just don't want to go dig for it. See, I'm just not into it. I'm just not into scrapping these days, guys. What's up with that? Alright. See, there is one missing, but that's fine. These are those videos that you should edit out of all videos. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna throw some flowers and some butterflies on here because that's what I wanted to do. And that's why I was like not happy. And like my flower was like so full and I've been using it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get some of these on here. Because I want to. For some reason, I always think like with this type of layout, you should have like just a multitude of flowers. You know, does that make sense? All over the place. I'm just gonna make sure that that little guy is popped up to match the rest of it. And I did get some of these flowers from Tuesday morning, and I got some of them from Peachy Cheap. They had a whole bunch. Guess when the stores were making room for the new Paige Evans kits, they were selling off their stash. But I did notice, like, when I was in my scrapbook store, which unfortunately, I don't know if you see my other video, it's closing. They've lasted for 21 years. And they just... they were going to try and hold on and keep their doors open as long as possible, but it finally caught up with them and they just can't. They just can't compete with the chains and, you know, obviously, you know, so they were having like sales, but obviously they can't have big sales because they're trying to, you know, go out with a bang there, so. But even though I try to support the local scrapbooking stores, you know, places like Tuesday Morning have actually, I'm cheap and I don't want to spend $30 on something that's going to be at Peachy Cheap or, you know, at Tuesday Morning for $5. Like, I can wait for it, you know, and that's what's wrong. I know that. But at the same time, So that's where I pretty much, like, I bought my Nuvo drops and stuff like that, like, things that just to try to help, and, you know, not order it online, but, you know, definitely now when they're not an online business, they're not an online business at all. Like, they held classes and stuff. Well, they weren't gonna make, you know, that's just unfortunate that businesses and places like that are not going to come out of this pandemic still thriving, even with the government trying to help. And I'm not going to get in a political conversation. I am just simply saying that that is sad, that places like that where their business is totally and solely reliant on people coming into their stores, you know, and right now that's just not what people are doing, mostly because we can't. I did get my letter from work stating that I'm allowed to drive to work if I have to potentially go into work, which was fun. Because me and the fiance had a little bit of a... He was like, no, you don't need that. I'm like, he's like, I don't know what these people are talking about. So then I read it to him. I'm like, hey, I got my letter. He's like, well, apparently you do need it. I'm like, yeah. Like, you know, our states are closing down. Like, I work in Missouri and I live in Illinois and they're on lockdown. So... Okay, I honestly think that that's gonna be it, like, you know, because this is all colored and this is kind of the white. That's it. So thumbs up if you liked the video. Sorry for the craziness that it was, and go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Like I said, I'm gonna try to put out several a day until the pandemic is over. But that would, you know, so I'm going to be doing a lot of editing and stuff, and try to get as many new videos uploaded for you guys as I can, because right now content is what people are doing. Everyone is sitting at home bored, and so watching YouTube is what we're doing. So thank you and have a nice day. Bye.